Hey guys! I'm gonna give my back here for that video. Guys, today we're doing our Madden 22 to Madden 24 Stadium Noclipped series. Now, in this series, guys, what we do is go ahead and take a look at each stadium in the NFL, going from Madden 22, Madden 23 to Madden 24. How much have they changed? How much have they upgraded? So far, we looked at the Chiefs and we looked at the Lions. Keep in mind, we did a no-clip series through all these stadiums, so if you want to look at your particular stadium in Madden 24, there's a series on the channel called the no-clip series. So this is kind of a extension of that series, but taking a look at how stadiums have changed over the years and how much more assets EA has added to these stadiums. So starting off right away, here is the tunnel for, I'm gonna guess, the away team? Because usually okay, so they have 4 tunnels total. And now this is pretty much copied and pasted of the other tunnel. I believe in Madden 24 this is a lot more detailed. Again, we'll be looking at Madden 24 at the end of this video. Alright, so this is the other one. It's pretty much the same exact copied and pasted tunnel over and over and over again. That's interesting, because that's not always the case. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they actually do give you a different tunnel pretty much. Depending on, you know, home or away team. But no, EA kept it very classic with AT&T Stadium, and they just went with the same exact tunnel over and over again. Alright, so let's go out here, because we got some tacos, okay, we got some pizza, and we got a grill. But apparently the grill is just EA Sports, so I guess they're grilling us. Going over here, this is actually a lot more detailed than the Lions Stadium, surprisingly enough. We have a bunch of different food sources here. We got, is that a chili dog? I think that's a chili dog. We got Texans logo, okay. We got bank. We got, obviously, bank again. And then this goes to the outside here. We got men's and we got women's bathrooms. Nice, nice, nice. We got a little detailed area out here so you can sit and enjoy. I don't think you're going to be able to go to these vendors over here, because they're kind of, you know, on the wall. Yeah, this is just textures they put out here. But still, again, even though, yeah, that doesn't really make sense, it's still cool that you could actually see out there and actually sit out there and enjoy yourself. Over here is just like a, yeah, it's kind of a nonsense area, which, you know, kind of expect that. A little bit more of the same copied and paste across the board here, going down this list here. Now we have some Houston Texans stuff. So this is actually more realistic to what a vendor would look like, right? You have all the drinks and stuff on the side. You would normally have people in this area, you know, handing out the drinks. You know, obviously people buy stuff. You can go ahead and get it. Wait, hold up. Let me see something real fast. Alright. This is interesting. So this is not textured. This is so weird to me, because usually all of these are textured, right? You see how this is textured? You know, it's obviously not the greatest. Let me see. Yeah, so let me see this real fast. That's not textured at all. It's so weird to me. Usually, like, every sign usually in these stadiums have, like, you can read what's on it, right? You can read what's on the sign, but not for this stadium for some reason. That one sign, I meant. Not for the stadium in general, but that one sign. Alright, these suites are kind of weird. They're just very dark, and the roof is, like, messed up on them. Okay, I don't remember this being a... What's this thing here? Bro, what is... Oh, this is just steps, but for some reason, there's a block of concrete on them? Is that how real AT&T Bank Stadium is? I don't know. I've never been to Texans Stadium, so I'm going to guess yes. But knowing how this usually works, the answer is probably no. Now, this is the classic, which I always love. You can see right here we have some doors, right? That goes in from the landing strip right here. Problem is, there's no doors on the other side. So, you can try to get in the stadium, but you're not going to be able to, because there's no actual doors on the other side. There's doors on this side, there's no doors on this side. So here is the stadium in all its glory. And to be honest, it is a very beautiful stadium. NRG Stadium. It's a very beautiful stadium. Humongous as we go around here. And, okay, so starting off right away, we have the parking lot over here, right? Then we have a little, you know, like, entrance ways to get up to the stadium. What's this? Little walkway bridge, okay. Got some parking. A lot of parking in this stadium. I kind of remember this when I first looked at the stadium back when we first started that series. Was, yeah, the parking in that stadium is insane. Holy crap, they have the glass textures in here? Wait, is this... Okay, no, I thought for a second this was actually textured inside. I was about to actually go crazy. Because I'd be like, okay, that's not something you normally ever see. But again, like I said, I don't know what this is. I'm going to guess it's a basketball stadium. That would make sense to me, but I guess that would really be all I could guess there. The Houston Astros, I would say. No, wait, that's baseball. The Rockets. Houston Rockets. I guess that would be the only team I could think about that could be for that stadium, unless it's something else. It might just be something else. This is downtown Houston. You know, this is Texas. This is a very popular, you know, tourist attraction area. So it's very possible they have something else there. I know, like, for example, with Nashville, with Tennessee, they have all their stuff that's, you know, very touristy, I would say. So, yeah. Kind of cool. And also, a little side note here, I'm probably say this every single video. I don't know why there's a black line in the middle of the screen. I can't understand why Madden 22 is the only game that has that. But, yeah, so that's something interesting. Also, a little side note here. I made this 3,000 by 3,000 by 3,000 the box. So I doubled the amount. I got a better GPU. So I doubled the amount of space we can look at. Okay. What is... Okay, I don't know why I'm slow right now. Okay, when I got past that, I just slowed up immensely. But I doubled the amount of space we can look at in these videos. So... Wait, what's... Oh, that's the player icon. I never realized that, because I'm always looking like this, and I look like this, so the player icon. But yeah, so I doubled the space we can look at in these videos. So I don't think there's anything crazy on the outside of some of these maps, but just in case there are, I kind of do want to take a look at that and see if we can find anything. But for the most part, though, this is pretty much the same old map, you know, Houston Texans map we looked at before. Let's go ahead and see what is different with the Madden 23. Actually, let me go ahead and go through a little bit more here so we can kind of see a general update here. We have these 2D textures on the outside here, which, bro, there's just, it's always interesting, okay? It's always interesting. What else we got over here? So, that's a stadium way over there. I love how detailed these maps actually are, though. At the end of the day, again, EA does not have to put any of these details in here, and they do, and it's sometimes truly amazing for that said reason. But, oh, we got the bubble thing. I forgot about this side of the stadium. This bubble thing, which I think is an indoor practice facility, I want to say. Unless someone corrected me down below, which they probably did already. And I butcher half the locations in these games. I've just never been to Houston. I mean, I've been to Houston many times. I've never been to the stadium, though. So, that's definitely interesting. Alright, let's go to Madden 23, guys. Alright, so now we are into Madden 23. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, starting off right away, going into the tunnel here, we can see it looks so very much the same. Very much the same. I feel like there's like a little bit different of lighting texture back here, and we have a door right here, which is kind of cool. And on the other side, do we have a door? We do not. No, we do not, actually. Because this should be a door right here, but that stone is where the door is. So, we do not have a door on the other side. Nice to see that. Alright, other side here. And I just realized that. We have, like, little grates for water. In case, like, something floods. Over here, it's just like, nah, bro, who cares? So, apparently, this side of the stadium just floods a little bit. And it looks like they also tried to put in, like, a different texture, but they gave up on it. So, we also have railings on the side here. Do we have railings over here? Yeah, we do. Okay. So, it's a little bit different of a texture. I mean, a little bit different of a tunnel. Other than that, though, it's pretty much exactly the same. So, kind of expected that one, let's be honest. Alright, looking at the tunnel over here, we have completely different texture right there, interestingly. Your door that goes to absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna guess... Wait, is this the same... Hold up. So, you have ingrates there, right? Nothing there. Ingrates over here. Alright, so this side and then this side. So, diagonal tunnels have this, like, water thing in case the water, like, floods or something. So, that's interesting. Don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Let's go ahead and go toward... Wait, hold up. Where's the middle section? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, like, they just remove the middle section of the game? Alright, so we have our little food areas, as always. We have a little taco stand. We have our grill, EA Sports Grill. It looks like, for the most part, all these... This is weird trying to get around here. We have the bank there. Bank again. Houston Texans. I think I called it the AT&T Bank or something. I don't know why I called it the bank. I looked up on Google, and for some reason, someone said the bank. So, I know M&T Bank is what the Ravens have, but... So, it looks like, for the most part, for the vendors, it's pretty much the same. It's nothing different there. I feel like this area just looks a tad bit different, but maybe not. We have a lot of the, same old shops, pretty much. Nothing different there. Looking out into the field here, we have little TVs, which is cool. I'll say that's pretty dope. We also have, of course, looks like a little, I guess, a walkway there. I mean, a little thing you could stand on. Not really something you would sit on as much, especially with the fans being right next to that. But for the most part, this is pretty much the same, I will say, stadium-wise. Again, there could be different textures a little bit, but it looks like, for the most part, EA, yeah, they just copy and paste, man. They copy and paste these stadiums for the most part, at least for 22 to 23. I don't know about 24 yet. We're going to check out 24, but yeah, a lot of this is just copied and pasted, and I think you can see this throughout the series so far. It's like, yes, they might change a little detail, add a door, add this, add that, but, I mean, to their point that, like, it's not just a roster update. My mans, it is just a roster update. Alright, what do the suites look like? What do the suites look like? Wait, what? Hold up. No way. So the suites have gotten bigger. It's not just a roster update. It's official, guys. It's not just a roster update. The suites are ginormous. Okay. Well, EA, we take back our comment. So you did not just make a roster update, because apparently in 22 the suites were small as anything. In 23 the suites are humongous. Unless it's just this one area. Yeah, no. I mean, these are like, again, these suites are actually like livable in. Like, they're actually good suites. So... these ones are smaller, though. Low-key, I wonder if I just didn't check out the correct suites. Because these are the ones we saw with 22. I think I just didn't look at all the suites. Okay, never mind. Never mind, EA. We take back our comments. You suck again. you suck again, EA. Yeah, I don't think we looked at all the suites here. So that might be a little L on my part. Because I thought they changed them up a little bit. But, nah, I think it's just we didn't look at all the suites. Okay, well, EA, you suck again. Well, potentially. I think you do suck again, because my guess is it's just going to be a copied and pasted, just from 22. Because if those suites are exactly what we looked at before, then yeah, it's probably the same exact suites as this one. So, for the most part, inside the stadium, we see exactly the same concept here. Outside the stadium, yeah, I'm sorry, outside the stadium, in this area right here, pretty much the same exact spot where the vendors are on the wall. At least this one's, like, reasonable. The ones on the bottoms are just outrageously stupid. There's no point for them. We have our typical NRG stadium, which looks very, very nice, let's be honest. And let's see outside here. So we have our little practice bubble. I'm just going to keep calling it practice bubble until someone corrects me. That's usually how I go about life, is until someone corrects me, I keep saying the same thing pretty much. Then somebody goes, "Oh, you're an idiot. That's not what that is." And I'm like, okay. Somebody told me, like, there was one of these videos, there was a it was supposed to be a bus stop, but apparently it looked like a solar panel. So I said solar panels, and someone's like, nah, that's a bus stop. I'm like, okay, well, there's like 15 in a row, but I guess that makes sense. No, I'm not saying that the person's wrong. The person's probably 100% right. I'm saying EA Sports, that doesn't make sense. That's what I'm trying to say. We have a little basketball stadium, hockey stadium, and it can't be baseball stadium. So, how far away is the Houston Astros stadium-wise from Houston Texans? I feel like they would be pretty close. Not every city has the stadiums, like, you know, neck and neck with one another. Some do, not every single one does, but a lot of them do. I know Baltimore has theirs right next to each other. We looked at Detroit yesterday. They had their baseball stadium right next to each other. But I feel like a lot of them do. So, because it has to be in Houston, right? I mean, obviously, this is not all of Houston. Houston is humongous. But I feel like at the same time, though, people who go to football games probably also go to baseball games. I don't know. You wouldn't go to them at the same time anyway. Alright, so let's see what we got here. It's pretty much on the outside. I can't, like, 1000% one for one. Obviously, you guys are watching one video after, like, one video, and then you're seeing this one right after the 22. So you can kind of get a better glimpse than I can. But it doesn't look any different. It looks like it's less buildings, low-key, from my personal opinion. But I don't see much of a difference outside of maybe just a couple buildings are different and maybe a little bit extra buildings. But I will say overall-wise, it just seems like they added tiny little details in these stadiums as the year goes along. Like from Madden 22 to 23 and into 24. So I feel like they are adding some details. Because I know with our Detroit Lions Stadium, they actually added a sign. Two signs to the locker room that said like, hey, listen, this is like a, you know, restricted area, blah, blah. So they did add something. I'm stretching it, okay? I'm stretching it when it comes to this. I'm trying to give EA props on something, but it's really difficult because it's EA Sports, and this is the first road I've seen in this, like, whole entire series. I feel like that's black. I feel like every road is just, like, dark gray. So, okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get into Madden 24, though. Alright, so now we have Madden 24. The most recent iteration of your favorite game. Well, kind of favorite game. Starting off right away, does the things on the bottom... Yep, they're there. Okay, well, they're actually more pronounced now. So this is interesting. So, with 22... I don't remember if they were there. 23, they were there. But 24, they are there, and they are better than ever. EA really went through the whole entire process of modeling them. Alright, so that's going to be your real big upgrade of the year. Next big upgrade is that you have a brick wall. Okay, EA. You really spent the budget on this one. Lighting texture is better back here. Are the doors? Nope, they don't have the budget to do the doors yet. You have another door right here, it looks like, maybe, or a concrete wall. And then going back here, you actually have a bigger locker room. Oh, the tunnel is more advanced. That's it. You gotta love it, man. They make billions, but the tunnels became more advanced. You can actually see over here. The textures are there. That actually is a door. I thought that was a concrete wall for a second. So it looks like, yeah, they're actually giving us more details, not completely on every single tunnel, but for some tunnels, you know, added details, man. This is what you love to see. And this one, look, the last one, you couldn't even go in here. You couldn't see as far back here. This one has 2 exit doors, back to back. Why are they both... Wait, do they both have to say exit, or just one has to say exit? I don't really remember how that works. But anyway, though, you see the tunnel right there, the staircase. Staircase above the tunnel, that's what I meant to say. Now, does that make logical sense? I don't think so, does it? Hang on, does that make logical sense? Let me see. Yes. Yes, it does, because that technically is an area right there. Okay, so that does make logical sense. In this tunnel, you got nothing but very good lighting. And you know what? That's kind of funny, because the Lions Stadium was actually crappy lighting on the other side. So, alright, so wait, hold up. Okay, yeah, I was gonna sign. Come on now. We better get our, water in outlet type of scenario there. We did not spend 60, 70, actually $70 now with next gen on this game to not get the ability to make sure water goes away. What is up with their lighting textures, bro? If you look at Detroit Lions Stadium, this is the exact same scenario that happened. In the Lions Stadium is the same thing. Everything is so dark. It's like for some reason, EA just turns off the lights, like when it comes to these stadiums inside here. You can barely see like any of this stuff. I mean, with the reflection, they made it way too reflective to textures. And then you can't even see the logos, and then it's way too dark. I mean, you saw Madden 22 and Madden 23, guys. This was all lit up. This was like, bright as anything. We could see everything pretty much. At this point, that little light right there is like a huge beacon of light. Like, oh my gosh. I don't get it. I really don't understand the EA Sports. And also, what is this? They just did not texture this part? Wait, this was textured in Madden 22. Why did they remove the texture right there in Madden 23? Oh, EA, man. I don't understand it. This is the second time now we looked at a stadium in Madden 24 where it was actually a downgrade from Madden 22 and 23. I don't understand how they could downgrade it. All you have to do is copy and paste, EA. You copy and paste the stadiums. That's pretty much all it is. For those who are saying, well, do you have any knowledge of this? Yes, I do. I have created video games myself. I also do a lot of coding, and I went to college for computer science, by the way. But I have done coding with applications and games and stuff like that. So I do have a lot of knowledge of this and background knowledge of this. So I do have some level to talk. Not as much as EA. I have not created a triple A EA game. What do you call it? Triple A game? I haven't created one. So no, I don't have time to talk in that aspect. But I know the in and outs of this. I'll say it like that. That's the basic concept of what I know. Is the in and outs. Let's go down here though. Okay, so we got a little bit more of the stadium area. So again, like I said, it's very much a copied and pasted of what 22 was and 23 was. It's just for some odd reason, they just could not get the lighting textures correct. Like, they just said, you know what? We can't spend the money on the lighting textures. Everything else, for the most part, is the same about this stadium. It's just the lighting textures are really freaking weird. And I don't really understand. Now, there's a little bit details different, obviously, when it comes to the, what's it called? A little bit of details added, like when it comes to the tunnel and stuff, which is, I guess, kind of cool. Not really a big deal, but it is kind of cool. It's just that the lighting textures is absolute dog water, which makes the whole experience even worse. And nice to see now, looking at 22-23, they downgraded. They downgraded from year to year. And also, what is up with the lighting textures in this, like, right now? Like, you see this, guys, right? It, like, flashes. It did this with Madden, with the last stadium we looked at, the Lions Stadium. It was flashing in and out, but not in Madden 24, just in Madden 22 and 23. This is actually flashing on 24, which usually doesn't happen with 24. Like, that's usually when the game's actually pretty good. Like, and it's not my GPU either, like, having problems. I'm rocking a 4090, guys. I'm rocking a full-on 4090 with a 13600K. So, if you know PCs, you know what I'm talking about. I'm rocking a pretty powerful, and for just really brag about this, 128 gigabytes of RAM, DDR6. For my graphical guys out there who like the graphic specs, that's what my PC's rocking. So that's why a lot of times, like, I create these mods myself, but sometimes people comment and be like, hey man, how do you do that? Like, first off, it's a mod I create myself. Second off, you have to make sure your PC can run this, because while yes, your PC might be able to run Madden, it's not hard to do. When you get outside of Madden and rendering all these textures and, distance and stuff, that's when things get a little bit, inducive, right? And that's when you're going to need something like, now you don't need a 4090 to do this, but you're going to need a little bit good of a GPU. You're going to need some good CPU too. So, a little bit. So, that's, again, like I said, I know I get a comment all the time. I create this myself, guys. I have this mod I create myself. I'm doing a lot more modding this year when it comes to Madden because I want to make Madden better. And I also want to expose a lot of things that EA Sports does not show us behind the scenes because, you know what? It's always interesting to see what EA has up their sleeve that they just aren't really giving us the rundown on. So guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions though. And that's Madden 24 from Madden 22 to Madden 23. Peace out, guys.